I've been waiting 34 episodes just for this very moment. This is Rain said that, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. So let's talk about Shelly and Ace. They had a night in the Hideaway, and allegedly nothing happened. And I'm not shocked that nothing happened because Ace does not like Shelly at all. So him sleeping with Shelly, it was not going to happen. Okay. He is not going to lead her on. As you can see, he only gives her like pecks, like nothing long lasting. He has never kissed Shelly like he kissed Huda during that challenge. So I don't understand how she doesn't see that, he doesn't like her, because everyone else sees that he doesn't like her. It is why Huda and Maya was not engaging in the conversation. Yeah, they talked a little bit, but honestly, they could care less because they know that they are the runner-ups to win the $100,000. And it's just apparent that Amaya and Brian could be America's favorite. Plus, Love Island has not had a Latin couple win, so they could definitely be the first to do it. And I feel like it'll be well deserved, even though I don't feel like they're head over heels in love. But I do see that they are locked in. Pepe and Iris family comes. Everyone family comes for family day. People's sisters, people's best friend. And it was nice to see. Even though I do find that, it's a little boring when they do have family day, because, I guess people actually cares about what their family thinks of the person that they're dating. But honestly, I feel like none of the parents actually asked the hard questions. I did see Iris' sister ask her about TJ though, but no one asked Pepe about Hannah, because they already know that he's focusing on winning that money. Ace family came, and he was honestly so excited to see his sister and hug her. Like I said, he actually loved his sister. He ain't never hugged Shelly like that. Because honestly, you can feel love and you can see love. And I really don't understand why Huda was trying to see Ace's family like all in their face, because again, I think Huda secretly has a thing for Ace too. But everyone was so happy for Shelly in Ace's relationship, because it's so calm, cool, collected, and peaceful. And that's because they don't like each other. Everybody knows that when you are in love with somebody, when you have feelings, emotions comes up, either good emotions or bad emotions. So no, they don't have feelings for each other. But I definitely can say that I actually shed a tear when Chris seen his mom, because I could actually feel his emotions through the screen. Okay, and I actually shed a tear because he actually does miss his mom, and he actually does love her. So this is why I tell you guys that a lot of people on Love Island don't really care about each other, because you should be able to feel their emotions from the screen. So a lot of them just say stuff they don't really mean. Like I said, do I feel like Chris like Huda? Yes. Do I feel like Huda like Chris? A little bit. Not a lot. I really don't feel anything when she talks about him. The last time I heard Huda have feelings for someone was for Jeremiah. I don't think that she's emotionally available to risk her heart again on Chris. I just don't believe it. Now, Nick's family comes into the villa, and I actually like Nick's mom, and I'm going to tell you why, because she was the only parent that was like, what have you been doing? Like, what have you been doing? And she did embrace Alondria, and Alondria and her mom was having a conversation, but from the body language, I don't think that she believes Alondria in this connection. Like, it's coming off disingenuine. And something about your mom do know you. And the sister was just like, oh, we seen the bromance with Ace. Like, that's the first thing that they comment on, was his bromance with his friends. And then his mom was like, okay, you just been literally going from girl to girl to girl. And he was like, well, I don't want to talk about that. Yeah, because you don't make no sense. And she basically was calling him out on the low, but they didn't want to discuss it. Well, he didn't want to discuss it. And I feel like that conversation needed to be said. Yeah, America's voting for Alondria and Nick, but it doesn't make any sense. Like anyone with a pair of eyes can see that they don't have a love connection. They're literally just friends just trying to benefit and win that $100,000. And I understand that the money is on the line, but your story is not being sold well because you guys are actually not in tune with each other. Not at all. So I don't care about how many conversations that she has with him. I don't care about how many times she hugs him. I'm just not buying what they're selling. So Brian gets a text saying that they're going to have their last dinner. Everyone's going to be getting dressed. Pepe's trying to lie and tell us, oh, how much he likes Iris. He glad that it grew from a friendship to a relationship. Blah, 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 blah. Sure you are. Sure. So they're basically at the table having their last supper. Everyone is just talking about the experience, how grateful that they are to have each other, what was their most favorite moments. And, a lot of people were sharing, they were cheering. Amaya was happy. And, Amaya's happy. She's feeling good because she has a strong chance of winning that money. But, just seeing Ace and Shelly, seeing Pepe and Iris, you can see the nervousness in Alondria as well. But they got a text message and it was basically saying that, underneath these meals that someone's going to be going home and eliminated. So this is where the tension gets a little bit thick. Everyone is looking around like, oh my gosh, who could it be? And I'm just like, I honestly thought, it was going to be Iris. I thought they were going to dump 4 people, but they only got 2, which, I wish they would have just gone ahead and dumped everybody off of there. But basically, Alondra got the text, and everybody is literally nervous. And Hood is like, oh my gosh, like, someone's got to go home. I know you watched this show before. Every time y'all have this last dinner that someone's going home. So Amaya gets to stay with Brian's at the finale. And now it's Huda and what's his name? Chris has a chance to win in the finale. And her and Amaya is hugging each other, but they are each other's biggest competition. Chris is happy because not only does he like Huda, he has a chance to win that money. Now, I don't know that y'all catch the way that Amaya was looking at Ace. I do feel like Amaya still has feelings for Ace. It's just Ace doesn't want her. Now, Alondria and Nick is waiting to see the news, and I was honestly disappointed because who is voting for them? Who's ever voting to continue to have Nick and Alondria in the villa is delusional. Okay, and I know a lot of you guys are delusional that watch this show, so I don't understand why y'all keeping them in the villa. Okay, they should have went home already. They have been past their expiration date. So whenever I seen Shelly grab the note, her face shook no, like it was like an accident, but that's when I knew that they were going home. Ace knew when she shook her head and did that sign that they were going home. And I have been waiting for this moment ever since he, got Jeremiah up out of here. But honestly, it took so long that now since they're getting kicked out, I don't really care. Isn't that weird? Isn't that strange? And I do like that he handled it very well because he already knew that his time was coming. And like I said, he should have, did better with trying to plot against Jeremiah instead of just like doing it in front of everybody and trying to force it. And it's because you was a hater. That's really why you going home, because you was a hater. You can't accept the challenge and competition, and you played dirty. So yeah, I was happy for him to go home over Pepe. That's another reason why I don't really mind Pepe being there, because he didn't have to play dirty to get somebody kicked out the villa. Nick was also a part of it, so I don't understand why they're keeping Nick. Nick's supposed to have been out of here. He's supposed to be out the door. I don't understand why everyone's like, oh, trying to get sympathy for Nick when Nick was a part of the plan with Ace and Taylor, but they're saving Nick for some type of reason. He is not innocent either. So yeah, they finally got up out of here. I'm not happy, but it will do. I feel like him and Shirley might stay together after the reunion, but after that, they're going to break up, or they may break up before. who knows? I don't think they're going to make it outside the villa at all. They can pretend all they want to, but I don't think that they are going to make it at all. Not a chance. He's done with her. Your time is up, Shelly. Y'all didn't win the money. He has no use for you, and he don't like you. So either they're gonna break up before the reunion or after, but you guys will be hearing about it soon. Honestly, Shelly should have just stayed with Chris, and she would have had a whole bigger chance to win the money instead of being with Ace, because Ace does not like her. All of America knows it, and I feel like that they pretty much just settle for each other, and in the outside world, they're not gonna have to settle for each other.